All right, welcome to the Moosejaw RC Hour. I am Joe, your host, and today we're going to rant and rage about RC cars. Thank you for joining me today. We're just going to call it, it's going to be Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Done. um, been another 2 weeks, I think, since the last time I was online, or a week and a half. But other than that, uh, we are back and we're getting in. We made a video. I don't know if you checked out my video there on Moose Job number 132, and I have it here to show you it off there. And also some rant and raves about European vacations with RC cars, the Helamon a little bit. See if I can access one local hobby store. I'm going to try to reach out to a local hobby store to help me out with that. The new axial aluminum, not panels. Oh, yeah, axial aluminum panels. They made some. Dropping some aluminum panels for the Helamon. And the more I'm looking at it, I like it. I'm not sure I'm going to buy one just yet, but we'll see. And the Vanquish H10 axles, knuckles, finally, and I actually ordered mine, but we'll get into that in a moment. But before we begin with the RC rant, make sure you can hear me, and don't mess with me, Phoenix. He's gonna mess with me. But in any case, tap that like, subscribe, and all that fun jazz here. Jazz. And let's go on with the Moosejaw RC Hour. Let's just say hello to everybody. First, we have Phoenix RC Crawler. Hello. Howdy, folks. We got Rourke Ponce. Rourke Ponce. I don't know if you say that with a little French accent, but hello there, sir. Um, I am good. Got my RC work table set up. It's always nice to have a work table set up, isn't it? And modded my optic. Very good. And fixed some wiring on my axial JLU. Yeah, I was productive this weekend. I painted two bodies and I put some new tires on Mrs. Moose Jobs. She's gonna slap me. Mrs. Moose Jaw's optic here. And I think I did something else. I worked on something else. I know I did. I just can't remember what it was. I don't think it was my CJ7. I think it was something else, but maybe oh yeah, it was my optic. I installed some Cliff McCraw parts on that, the inner fenders and so forth. I can't believe I forgot that. And yeah, it was I was almost ready. I was on a roll. We had a 3-day weekend, and I was like, maybe I should build a Tamiya kit while I'm at it. Who knows? Um, Hello, Mr. Baker. Good to see you. Mr. Baker and anybody in the Sacramento area, I will be there this weekend to drop off these moose jobs to our friend Gunner, get some paint supplies. I'm going to offer my condolences and services to Josh to see if he needs any help moving last items out of his garage and what have you. But I don't know what else I'm going to do in Sacramento. I'm just going to visit some friends. I'm going to just get out of town. It's well, it was cold today. It was like 6 degrees in the morning, but it got to 57, and you think it was summertime. And slightly getting warmer, just a hint. The grass is getting out of its dormant state, and just little bits of green. Spring is almost there. I swear it is. I can't wait for it. Hello. All right. And also daylight savings time. Let's get back to daylight, shall we? Let's see. Would I do that to you? Yes, Phoenix, I'm with you. Who are you again? Who am I? I am Joe. I'm Joe. I am your host. Anyways, we got Mike here. We got Mike J. Uh, it's Spanish. Oh, it's Spanish. Okay, I should know that. But I do not use the accent myself. That way, that way it is a swear word equal to the F word in UK. I'll have to remember that not to do that if I go to. I might go to UK this summer or Belgium. I'm not sure yet. So maybe not make sure to do that in the UK. Hello, Tool Time. Where is that Mike J guy? I'm not seeing him. He's right in front of me, man. Right there, looking fabulous there, Mike J. The Paddle Channel. Hi from Wednesday here in Australia. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining Mr. RC Hour. And then hello, Phoenix, everybody. So, um, thank you again for joining. And again, I need to be more consistent, not just inconsistently consistent. Consistent, however you put it. But we're gonna call it Tuesdays, 7 o'clock. Come back to the Mr. RC Hour. next week. Even with me taking a college course right now, I'll make time for you. All right. So, what are we going to talk about? First off, let's talk about Axial Fest Europe. And let me get this on the good old computer on the other side here. And damn their timing. I swear to gosh. Um, I I already made plans for that weekend. I don't know. What about come on, Axel? Let us know ahead of time. I will work my way around. I'll be in Angora Lakes though, near the Lake Tahoe area, in a cabin with no Wi-Fi, with my tiny truck, and enjoying the lake and all that stuff. But if we look at this event first, let's just look to see what it looks like over there, what terrain they have. Um, and I'll see if I can't get this better. So let's zoom out over there. Make sure I'm zooming out on the right spot. We're in beautiful Austria. All right. Whoops. Am I sharing? Yes, I am. All right. And got so many screens. Like, what am I looking at? And it is that European countryside. A lot of agriculture, farming, and everything. A little bit closer to the forest. Some Bavarian. And I looked it up here. We got on the Google Maps here a little bit, and not terribly a huge place. All right, it looks like but it does have like some. I hope you could climb up some of that stuff. I mean, this area right here, that looks fun. Hello, all right, that looks like a lot of fun. All right, and if we go further south, hopefully some restrooms right there, and then on the south side, look at that. That looks like fun. We could walk around all that all day. It looks like some kind of tower right there. So if you're ever in Austria, I hear it's beautiful this time of year, but even more beautiful in June. Check this out. And it's a lot of the comments there like, oh, this is why they're not doing the Axial West. They're going to Europe. And it's like, well, I don't know about all that stuff, but they do have a European market as well, and good for the people that live there. And really, um, we'll have to see. Here's the question: how big an event? How much of a turnout is the Europeans going to do? Because Austria is kind of a center location to a lot of other places, and they can get anywhere on what is called the train, the European train system. You buy a pass per month, and you could go anywhere. It's amazing. So I wonder how many people might go to this. We got some other rock areas on the top side here. I could see maybe making trails through here, even this little area down here. How much access do they have to everything? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but definitely got a nice big fun park time right there. Could probably even do some bashing stuff there in the flatland area and so forth. Looking at what the area city-wise has, and I'm not going to pronounce it because I'll chop it up. But you got some nice, you got this little nice area right there. Looks nice. All right, looks like fall. You got a water park, but we want more of a downtown lifestyle here, right here, I would think. So there you go. You got some hotel shopping and a little Central Plaza area, and you're in Austria, which really not bad compared to being at Rob's Resort, which is nothing wrong with Rob's Resort. All right. Camping there is, good camping, and you're 20 minutes away from the Rubicon if you have a 4x4. But other than that, you get old European flavor. I think that's kind of cool. All right. I got to make sure I check on the right thing. I think is that it? I don't know. Should be. Yeah, Austria. All right. It can't be that big, right? Okay, so it offers a lot. I mean, there you go. You go hot tubbing afterwards. I don't know. Ritz wine, Ritz. I don't know how you say it with a. They definitely have their vineyards. I haven't seen too much else other than just a small town nearby. There's some kind of yeah. That's awesome. There we go. You're in a historic area. I mean, come on. Yeah, as a history teacher, I'll be all over this, right? But yeah, but again, to the train, and let's see if we could get one of those. What is that? Well, there was something like you could be like standing right there from the road. Maybe not here though. What's this one? Reset default pitch. I don't know. Is it? I can't remember how to do Google, but it's got rocks. It definitely has more. It has actually more rocks than Rob's Resort. That's for sure. I don't know what these facilities are. Where the parking is. Is this a pavilion? Is this actually the location? That's another thing. If we zoom out, I don't know where else. I mean, maybe let's check out over here. Will we have access to this area? Oh, could this be another subtrail? So they got the terrain. So that looks pretty good. And you can eat all the strudels, drink all the beer you want. Bavarian sausages. For those that like Bavarian sausages. And maybe they incorporate all this stuff out here. I don't know if this is rock or bush right here. It's kind of hard to tell. It could be some kind of rock formations. There's a big old rock right there. So maybe they incorporated all this. Maybe this be like Cisco Grove. There's rocks. Okay, there's at least difference of shade and all that. So maybe they incorporate all this like Cisco Grove. Who knows? Do they have access to that whole area? I'm intrigued, and I'm happy for the Europeans there. I mean, besides our Instagram RC enthusiasts there in the United States, I actually follow a lot like there's Finland RC, gosh, and there's other ones, and it's amazing what products they have there that we don't. Like sand bodies they have there that we don't. Different style of stuff. So, and it looks like there you go. You're not far from partying it up in let's see, a wine bar. All right, there we go. We got I don't know what that. Oh yeah, this is like a tour, like a almost underground city. Kind of cool if you did that. Let's see what else we got there. There's got to be more restaurants. Museum of some sort. I don't know what they do there. What kind of museums? But obviously, there's got to be restaurants. There we go. Oof, barbarian food. That would look good. I can see that. Parks. So it's got amenities and it's got some civilization too. So that's kind of nice. What's on this side here? All right. I don't know. Definitely got hotels or Airbnbs, or will they provide camping there? Who knows? All right. And this is on June 19th to 21st. So 3-day event, which is a good way to get your feet wet there in Austria. And it's kind of be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how well they do. And I hope they do well. And I hope the people around there in that whole general area, they're going to have fun. I know Chris Hemmistorm will be there. So you got a celebrity. You got all that. So it's on that weekend, and then the following weekend, if you're an F1 fan, guess what? The Austrian Grand Prix is happening, and it's not. It's right down the road. I don't know exactly where it is, but you can make a week of it, and your better half was like, you're taking me, all right, because I'm gonna go shopping or play RC cars and go watch spoiled rich European kids drive really expensive Formula One cars really well and really fast. But talking about an adventure, I would go. Unfortunately, I made my plans already for that weekend. And we already paid for it too. And I'll have fun, but would I rather have fun in Austria? Yeah, why not? A friend of mine went to Oktoberfest in Germany once. It looked like a blast. So, let's see what else we got here. Looks like farm country. Yeah, it's definitely for farm country. Definitely that old school farm country. Hola. Hey, long tall. How you doing, sir? We should just call you long tall, square body Texan. Let's see. Let's see. Is any hobby shops over there? I don't know. We'll do the Google here. I got there in Austria hobby shops. Now that's a good question. And what vendors will be there? That's in case, in case you need a part, right? Let's see what we got. We got one a little bit of ways that, well, not too far off. I'm trying to, it's zoomed out, so I'm double guessing here, and I don't know the words. But Fritzy and the let's see, any hobby stores? No, but I think Horizon is having a European Flight Fest as well. I think the week, what week was that? Let me see. So obviously, maybe Horizon's gonna push some vendors to be there. I would hope. Imagine, ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see. We go to Google. Um, Axial Fest Europe, and we'll put Horizon Hobby in that search because that's what kind of came up. They're having two events. Um, if I saw it right, come on. Now it's not coming up. I had it, but I lost it. Eremit und Axiofest, Europe 2025. Und. Here we go. So let's share the screen. So obviously cannot read any of this. Some of the stuff can translate. Yes, please. Thank you. And they're having an air meet. Let's get rid of that. I can't. Air meet. Let's see. Oh, February. Today. Let's get over there right now. Yeah. So unfortunately, so that's what I think it is. 25 top class flying legendary da 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 da. For the 17th time in history, Axial Fast Europe. Huh. Not 100% sure when that air meet is. If that was just announced today. Yeah, that's announced today. Where they gotta have it. But they'll be there. Let's see, you have to look at the sponsors too. I mean, McLean, I know them. They make some good speedy motors. I don't know about other stuff. Genzace, who knows? All right. So that's a good question. RC Race Shop. All right. But this is Denmark. It's a DE if I'm not mistaken. So, bring extra batteries. That's a that's a good question though. That's a good question. That's a question for the people of Horizon. Because I don't know. I don't work for them. FYI, there is a We Rock RC Comp at Folsom this Saturday. So maybe that's what I'll do. Is it where in Folsom there? Then Baker, you could just text me or something like that. Is at Dotton's or whatever 5% or whatever it's called. I'll have to check that out. I was gonna buy a UMG 10, but I think the guy sold both of them. This guy had a UMG 10 6x6, two of them, $400. And I hummed at him, and he offered the second one, and I'm like, and it's just a little tight right now because being a teacher, I get paid once a month, and January was really long. We got paid early. It's 34 days in between paydays, and I cannot wait. Hopefully tomorrow the paycheck shows up. If not, I have to wait one more day. So I didn't grab them, and I'm kicking myself because somebody had a roller or a slider really, and it was 500. I'm like, come on. And the guy, I believe his name's Andy. There, I can't remember. Very nice guy. Oh, Germany, Denmark. I mean, Deutschland, Deutschland. Thank you, sir. Sorry, my bad. Beals Point. All right, we'll write that down. Beals, I know that point. And what time did you say? Did you say a time, Mr. Baker? This Saturday. Buzz Saturday. I'll look around. And the weather's gonna be fine. Nothing has stopped me from getting over. That was another thing. I wanted to pick up that UMG 10 6x6, but the weather kind of sucked too. So I didn't want to do that. So Deutschland, Germany, the neighbor to Austria. So maybe the area actually borders there pretty well. So we have Axial Fest Europe. I think is actually kind of exciting and good for them, and good for the RC enthusiasts. All right. Let's see. I don't have a picture of it, but the Helamon. Let's go and switch it on the Helamon, shall we? And let's get out of here before I get Australian spam. Spam, 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 spam. Anyways, how the hell to spell it? Helamon Axial. All right, let's see if we could get a good picture of this beast. And the more I'm seeing it, the more I'm like liking it. I'm just not ready to purchase it. And we got the death circle going on here, going and going. My internet's good. Come on. Let's see if we can find their website, that Horizon Hobby. Maybe they'll have it. There we go. All right, so we'll share a screen here. Starting to like it. I don't know about the axial selective drive, aka a different way of dig. It looks cool. Um, I like the big tires. The drivers scare me. They're kind of freaky. Bunch of gimps. Bring out the gimp. All right. I love the shocks. I like the look of those. I'm kind of intrigued by those. Um, Honestly, I don't know how much I would use that ASD, to tell you the truth. I don't know. I hear it's incredibly slow, so it's just like the bomber was out of the box. But it does have portals, which is kind of cool for this kind of truck. Um, Looking at some people's videos, running videos, it seems like it's very bouncy right now. So obviously, but I mean, with any ready to run, you're gonna have to tune it up to your specs, what you like, how to perform, right? Nice and big and wide. So I don't know about the price point. I like how you can get to the insides pretty easier than normal. That's pretty cool. I like that one. That one looks good. I like blue and green. That's my kind of color. We got lights. So we got rock lights already. So that's kind of cool. Probably need a light bar eventually. I'm sure My Trick RC or somebody's going to make that. Yeah. It's just, your typical Horizon Hobby type electronics and such. Looks like a 1080C, really, right there. ESC. See tires. Obviously, ready to run tires. Eh, not good. That's gonna be, but we all have our wheel set up too. I mean, I like an inner ring. Let's stop doing that. I like an inner ring, and I like even wheel weights sometimes, and then even maybe even brass hexes too. Um, and definitely dual stage. So, you know, you could change it up easy. That's not that's part of the fun. I mean, in a real world, you get a real car. What are you gonna do? What's the first thing you're gonna change on your 4x4? Wheels. So not a big deal. Let's see right here. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Thank you, sir. See, Mr. Baker, you're just on it. I'm gonna have to wake up early though. That's fine. Get out of town. Um, I'm having the opposite reaction. It looks worse every time I see it. I just, the drivers, the idea of scale, you know, I, probably the one thing again, same thing, is the rear portion of it. It just disappears there, pointing in the rear. Be nice if they actually did something else, I guess. I don't know. And then let's say the drivers, their neck is forward. Uh, you know, I don't know. I don't. But they did come out with actual. I don't know if they're out yet, but they said they're going to have aluminum panels for it. So that's cool. But I do like those shocks. I don't know. But this is going to replace the bomber, I guess. I wonder. because the bomber's still in production, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe this is a way of, I don't know. Like I said, slow as dirt. And that rear system, I just hope there's a regular axle system. I think that would be the selling point to me. It's like if you could get rid of the little mechanisms in the back and just, you know, somehow create a dig or aftermarket dig company. Maybe Vanquish will make a dig or SSD or who else? Yeah, racing sometimes makes some parts like that. It's been a while since they have, but you know, it's okay. But here's one thing: it ain't no optic, and that's I think. I mean, it's bigger. It's bigger. I get that, but it's just not an optic. I love my optic. Um, I want one. It looks like a good starting point for something that could be really fun. And that, John, I agree. I agree with that. I think, like anything, it's like, yeah, and then you make changes, and make more changes, and make more changes, and what have you. Yeah. You maybe check the temp here. A balmy 10 degrees Fahrenheit with tonight's low 4. I'm sorry for you. Oh, that's that. It looks like the base to start with from, and then change a ton of things. And that's what Axel usually does. Um, Even before, gosh, before Element, before the Traxxas TRX4, before Vanquish. What was there? There was Axial and RC four-wheel drive, I think. Right? That was, gosh, was that really our two choices for crawlers? And now, with at that time, that's why Axial and a lot of people just jumped on the potential of aftermarket parts, right? A lot of aftermarket parts, whether built at a garage or built at a factory. Um, but now with so many options, you know, I don't know how much longer Axial can hang on to that aftermarket really support. They can. They're doing pretty good. And this kind of changes things up, that's for sure. Shake it up a little bit, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'm not sold on it, but I'm not denying it either. It looks fun, but I think I'd rather get a jet boat this summer. I'm not a buggy guy, but gun to my head and I must buy, I would choose the optic. There you go. I agree. I saw someone post a pic of it next to a bomber. They are almost the same size. Interesting. Longer wheelbase, though, that's for sure. I like the wheelbase length. I got to think, the right tires with that wheelbase and that rear tire, the rear axle just, pushing you up and getting some momentum a little bit better on some tough vertical climbs. I think it'd be pretty good. I have to watch um, West Desert Wheelers Logan's video. I saw it, but I was busy working. And it's not good to watch RC videos in front of kids because it kind of influences them to go to TikTok. Can't influence them that way. Bomber was discontinued. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. I did not know that. There's no hobby store around here. Bomber sitting on my shelf gathering dust. And that's the thing. I have my Wraith 1.9. And that's my Axial Fest truck. And now I don't know if I'm ever going to use it again. How much money can I get for a Wraith 1.9? Hmm. Things to think about. I don't know. My bomber and Yeti are both sitting on my shelf collecting dust. Yeah, I had my bomber out Sunday. Hey, good. Really, you took a bomber out, Phoenix? I thought it'd be all your Yetis. Wheelbase is the same. Oh, okay. And the bomber roughly, well, according to my tape measure. How many squares are you measuring there, Mike J? Ryan, that tuber nut Davis. How you doing? When are these going to be released in public? That's a good question. Let's see what they say here on the Horizon website. Um, let's see. This product may require the. It looks like it's available now. Add to cart. And if we add it to cart, I think it's available now. Oh, don't sign that up. Don't look at my password. But Looks like oh pre-order next shipment April 2025. So we are a good month away, month and a half. Usually, sometimes they up that date at the last week before. So probably this could be conservative, waiting for shipments to come in case anything. But I would say maybe late March, but looks like it's April 25. Or as they say in the construction business, 2 weeks. Give it 2 weeks. um, and my Yeti TT out Saturday. Your weather's better than mine, Phoenix. Even though it's getting there, but still. But if they get into RC, they can't afford anything bad. This is true. This is true. Darn kids. Doing great. All right. It says, man, thank you. Hey, Jay Canuck. All right. 73. Are you a Canucks fan? And who had number 73? I can't remember. Welcome. Squares. I don't use those. Rulers, tape measures, and calipers used here. You're all technical. I see what you did there, Phoenix. What did Phoenix do? Oh, Phoenix did something. I have banana calipers. There you go. Eric Baker. Nope, the black one. Yeah, it's the black. You're talking cars that you have. So it's gonna be interesting. We'll see if it takes off. It probably will. We won't see a 6x6 ever again, or the SEX6, excuse me. All right. I would like to see an SEX 10 6x6 again. They should they should just put a different style in it. They should have done the FMS thing. Put a power wagon body. It was sold. All right, so we have that, folks. There is our Helamon. All right. And the other thing is, how many of you were lucky enough to get that first batch of Vanquish H10 Knuckles? Let's get that on the old screen. I got mine. I ordered mine Friday. It was still morning. And I almost want to message Dan to say, Dan, hey, do me, well, do me a favor. Get that to the shipping girls. Just come on. Help you. Right? But it didn't ship until today. So I didn't play that card. Probably should have. But yeah. Maybe yes, I'll continue shopping. I got a 504 error on the Vanquish. New releases. There we go. This one. And they're gonna be here Thursday. And really honestly, what more can be done to the optic? I mean, I'm at the point I've got four-wheel steering. I got 2.2s on there. Um, gosh, I've got aluminum housings. I got some H-Tech stuff on there. I got Cliff McCraw stuff on there. Um, Twisted Tree RC. I want to put, what is it? My Trick RC optic light kit. We'll get that up here too. Let's make sure we look at that. That looks amazing. Um, and it's such a fun truck. I mean, it's my favorite truck now. I still like my Pro second. I love my Pro. But other than that, it's just too much fun. So let's look at the Vanquish stuff and some of their things. I like that hoodie, but I love that T-shirt. That T-shirt is just that's that's butter. I like that T-shirt. Hopefully I know the quality's good. But here's their new product. I mean, they just came out with the axle housings, what, about 2 weeks ago? There's that thing. Can't order right now. Anybody get one in the chat? Eric, did you get one? But anyway, guys, I did order these, uh, and I had to buy two sets because, like I said, four-wheel steering. I've been waiting for these, and I'm at the point with my optic. It's like, well, now what after this? I did my electronics up. Gosh, everything. Do I get H Tech cage before he stops making them? There's a Muse one too, but I've heard uh, they love them or hate them type of thing. So Um, we'll see about that. So, do I jump on the H Tech and get one of those cages? Because that's really all that's left to do. That darn thing is get a metal cage. I've got aluminum panels. I mean everything besides the lighting. So that was released last Friday. I think they were waiting for them, but they came late, and I was lucky to get a batch, get two sets, but I have to wait. Hey Tim, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, sir. Hope you are doing well. Oh man, like I said, performance. Got my clear front axle and machine rod ends in clear order for my H10 Origin. Ooh, your H10 Origin. You got an Origin? Right. Or did you get the optic? Knuckles weren't available yet. Yeah, I think you. I want to get. I want to get the Origin. I mean, yeah. Don't look at this. You'll see Josh's hands. He's a hand. He's a hand model right there. There you go. That solid block and how it's cut out. That's amazing right there. And there's the finished product. Um, yeah. And I saw some prototypes here, and I love I remember the grill and the hood. I thought they killed it on that. Um, well, they killed it. It looks amazing. All right. See, we get going some other. What color would you get? Let me know in the comments. Would you get? Let's see. There's chassis options. I almost want to do a clear or maybe a gray. Usually I would go the route, these weird routes of other colors, but I don't have too many clear items from Vanquish, if at all. So I would go clear. Body color. Again, maybe I'll play my friend card. Hey Josh, how about a maroon blood red? Hmm? Just for me. Yeah. I'll pay it extra. Can we? Can we? But in any case, um, red's good. I like the red axle color. I would probably go clear on all of this stuff right here. That's what I would do. Why not, right? Clear, 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 red. Gotta add some black though to it. I don't know. Maybe we do a black cage. That's a good question. I don't know. The possibilities are just dumbfounding. $3,500, but really, honestly, um, you're getting what you paid for. And I like how it's slightly different from the optic. I mean, in general, the way it functions is probably the same, but just the panels and how they mount. These won't mount on an optic. So good for them. I'm glad they kind of did that, make them special. All right. And let me know in the comments, will they have the folklore as the Ripper, you know? And how many will they end up making? There's an what they won't say. Obviously, I think that will deal with supply and demand if we're going to talk economics, and they're pretty smart about that. So, yeah, three sets. T will need some. Let me see what's the comments. Let's go back here. No Knuckles still hoping for some more colors for the HD44 diff covers. Yeah, that's a good. I like that. I do have. Thank you to Mr. Baker on those the HD44s. I like them a lot. Almost want to swap them into or get another pair for my uh what is it, my CJ7. I'm almost gonna go full ham on my CJ7. I saw some other company got DMRC, and they make a cage for it and a rear bumper and everything, all that fun stuff. But I'm getting off track. Let's see what I go here. Um let's see what Phoenix say. Those would be moose knuckles. Oh, Phoenix. Oh, Dad. A friend of mine in Sacramento, rock and roll musician, they named themselves Moose Knuckle, and I'm just like shaking my head, and Mrs. Moosejaw wants to slap him. Children, we're children. It's 13 degrees in Missouri. And snowing RCs are staying inside. And snowing RCs are staying inside. Yep. The orange TT was last weekend. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Very good. Nope. A black. Um, you talked about swap meet. Where is that swap meet, Mr. Baker? I heard Josh talk about it, but I haven't seen anything on the Instagram. Um, let's see. Orange TT was last week. I have enough of them. It's tough stuff. Da, 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 da. Nope. Nope. Got mine. Oh, you got yours. You did get one ordered. Eric. Good for you. Um, I'm. I was gonna buy two of them and put one away, but that'd be stupid. And I just want to buy one and wreck it. That's the way I do things. I don't like keeping things like that. Let's see. Let me get. I'm kind of catching up here, folks. I don't want to skip anybody. Got my front axles machine running. We did that one. Joe, oh, there's meat on the second. And where at is that the? Where is that meat at the second? I can make two trips to Sacramento, maybe. Nobody ever has long or tall sizes, short torso people. The shirts, yeah. I say Proline by the Fire though. They'll have your sizes with those shirts. If you care to go to, I would go. Origin, yes. Three sets, Joe. T Joe T will need some. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's up to her to figure out now. I mean, we got it. Go. All right. This is Mrs. Moosejaw's optic. And we put a Reefs 777 direct power servo in there. We did not spare an expense with that. We got her we did go with the Fusion 2300 kV all in one hobby wing. I like it. And really, that's it. I mean, that's all I needed, right? And then Futaba, we got it hooked up to her radio and everything. And we got 50 weight in the shocks, which I kind of like. And she took her Vanquish wheels off of her axial Jeep JL. And then I put these Yokohama with Vanquish dual foam in there. And we haven't run it yet because it was cold. It was freezing. And I have footage of me putting it together, time lapse, but we need to get her out there uh, running video. She's going to run and she's going to run the truck because this is mostly for one, to fund, two, it's for the ultra 5K racing that they do at events. So I still would like to put 2.2 tires for wheels for her, but really it's now up to her. All right, we did paint kind of in her likeness. I think I have to take some neck off and lower the head down a little bit. But let's get the light shining there. We got the Night Customs 3D print there and paint. I'm pretty happy with the way the paint ended up and the gloves. There you go. Coming at you. Yee! Even though now she got a haircut, she looks nothing like this. It didn't look like anything before. But this is fun. I can't wait to run it. I did find somebody on Marketplace selling an optic cage. I don't know why they took it apart for $40. I need to grab that. Just for mine because I've bashed mine so much, so hard that especially like where the top shock is there, it's starting to get shaved down and thin. And I'm thinking, great, I'm gonna have to replace that cage eventually. We'll see. Got the H Tech cage, not bad actually. Panels are awesome. All right, I'm not gonna go with the panels. I'm gonna go with the cage because I got panels from Cliff McCraw, and I want to use that. My local hobby store ordered one of the H10 cages, and I got it to look at the box. It is so light. I can't wait to see in person. Oof, me too. 5600s California Canadian. Oof. No, it should not be that. Because I was looking at hockey games to go into spring break, and they're a lot games are cheaper there than they are here. My wife said that part of my anatomy would disappear finally if I bought that thing, and I had to ponder that a moment. It is an amazing kit. You do have to ponder. I do agree. You have to ponder. I need to put that up there as a highlight there. I know I could do that. Let's see if I can highlight the comments here. I know I can. That's amazing. And that's a good threat, right? You're not gonna test that. Sounds like your wife is like mine. She puts all the words together to get to the point. Poll, super chat, goal, member. Nah, I thought I could. I'll have to figure that out later. Maybe it's not another one. Um, Ryan says, where did Ryan go? I moved up and now I moved down. If I was getting one, I'd go gray cage and blue panels and gray wheels. That's a good combo. I like that. Eric Baker, is that what you got? Gray cage and black panels. Ooh. The black cage with blue panels are calling me. Gold cage, clear axles, green body. Green. Are you going the old British racing scheme there, Mr. Clark's race car? Looked like one of the options on site was clear panels and black cage with black stickers. Look cool and simple. Yeah, I think if that's not what I'm mistaken with this image here, yes, let's share that real quick. I agree. That looks really good. I like that look. Right. It looks kind of white, but it's not. It's that clear. And yeah. I like that too. That'd be doable. I say. All right. Uh yes, very so. RNH hobbies. Figure it was gonna be RNH. All right. I have stuff to sell. Do I sell my Wraith 1.9? Swap meet. Besis RC swap meet. My wife will look at my notes. What are we doing? No. If Holmes does one in 27 kV, I'll be set. On all in one, I think. Well, he did post he's doing some prototype of a two-in-one motor and ESC setup, and I'm glad he's nerdy that way to make sure it works perfect. I I can't wait to see what he comes up with. What's your KV of choice, Mr. Pons? What's your KV of choice? What's your KV of choice? Leave a comment in there. For me, I like I have to say, I mean the 2300, but the 2200 kV, that's my range. What color is the 1.9? It is in I painted it and I can gussy it up there, Phoenix, but I painted it in the Evil Knievel theme with Pastrana as well. Remember, Pastrana did the jumps in Las Vegas, and he had a black version of the Evil Knievel suit. And what I did, I have black in the middle and have the stripes and stars, and then it goes out to white. All right, that's what I have. It has a Kotech 30, 370 TBL servo. It has a Tekin 3100 kV motor, just freaking stupid. It's stupid fast and jumps. I blame Josh for that. I think that was what he was recommending at that time when I was watching all this stuff. And a Mamba X, not a Micro, a Mamba X, and then everything else. I mean, it's got or I think it has Origin axles underneath it. I might swap those out for other Vanquish axles, but I might want to keep those Origin ones. Um, Your race is cool. I like it a lot. It's good. I don't. But the thing is, I don't. It's just funny with the. And I think I have dig in it. Did I put dig in it? I'm not 100% sure. Um, I have to double check. It's been a while, but I love it. I like that shorter wheelbase, and it's challenging like that, and it's a good truck. I mean, it's good. I did put the Bruce, was it SBC front bracket brace? Thank goodness, because that was the weak point of the Wraith 1.9. And gussied up a little bit. I got a guy that looks like Burt Reynolds driving it, and he has co-pilots a teddy bear. And I got the Scale by Chris rear bed stuff in it, the scale items in the bed and such. So Vanquish wheels, Vanquish tires, and everything. It's good. I don't know, and I got light. Yeah, I even have headlight. I have a light bar on it. I don't have rock lights on, but I got a light bar on it, and it's good for all that. You know. Oh, I remember it now. Yeah, now you remember. I have not run any brushless motors yet. Hopefully, I can get at least one kit upgraded this spring. Keep looking at the Polar Pro V2 27 kV. That's a good motor. I have that in my four dice. I'm not too happy with the Copperhead ESC. I don't know. Maybe that's something I'll swap out the. No, I won't do that with the Wraith. I like the Mama X, but yeah. And I used to go brushed all the time. Brush. I mean, there's nothing wrong with brush. Holmes Hobbies has got some expensive brush motors. I've never gotten one of those. I got close to it. I think I spent $85 on one of his brush motors, and it's butter. But at the same time, his can motor, $15 brush motor, it's butter. You put it with a 1080C ESC. Oh my gosh, it's butter. It's so good. My Boomer one, it has a gosh, it has a slow. I think it has a 55 turn brush motor, mid grade, a 1080C, and it's just so smooth. And then the Flinging Haggis had a 1080C, but a 5 slot Holmes Hobby motor, um, 16, probably 20 turn, and with an SSD transmission too. And as ugly as that was and awesome as it was so smooth. Just so you don't need brushless. All right. It's just the hobby wing is a less footprint. You don't have to make it saves up a lot of room if you don't have a lot of room to work with. So don't I would never knock down. I always recommend Holmes Hobbies brush motors just as much. I think they're great. Let's see. Your race is what made you choose the in runner? You guys are talking to that's it. That's good. Yeah, what price to the flinging haggis? The flinging haggis. Let me see if I can find it on my Instagram. I'll show you the flinging haggis. We had a medieval theme at Proline by the Fire, and I decided to make a haggis food truck. Medieval, as medieval as I could get. Instagram, and I even made a video on it. I have a video on it on how to build a theme truck for some events. Video didn't do so well. I thought it would, but let's see if I can get my Instagram here. And I have to go in the Wayback Machine and go way back. Where are we? Let's go home. My home. Am I home? Yes. Let's go to my page. There we go. Get out of here. I don't know how to work the um, Instagram from my computer. Switch. Again. I don't know what it's doing now. Hopefully I can get to it. So I hand built from Hobby Wood a medieval food truck as best I could. And it would be Flinging Haggis. That was the name of the food truck. I forget the gentleman. Was that Long Tall? Somebody 3D printed me haggis. I made a stove. I was putting it together at the house that was Airbnb with Phoenix and everybody, and finishing it up, and it was awesome. I still have it. I didn't, it's still. How do I get to my stuff? Go to my page. What are you doing? I can't figure Instagram out on my computer. Threads. No, I don't do threads. Listen, I can't even search. I'm sorry, I don't know how to work my Instagram from the computer. I mean, there's that. Oh, let's click on this. There we go. All right, I'll get it. So, it did really, I thought it was amazing. There's a lot of other amazing medieval theme ones. Special RC Patina guy, he was doing some kind of engraving on the bodies in that kind of medieval style, armor style. It was really good. We have to go on the Wayback Machine, and it actually flung haggis. I had this. What do you call it? It's not a trebuchet. Is it a trebuchet? Um, that would fling the haggis. I had a scaled menu. There was different types of haggis. There was this boiled haggis. There was fried haggis. There was that was the joke. And whoops, there it is. There we go. So let me share screen, right screen. All right. And this is what I made. And this is where I made a video. I shot this in town in Dayton. And it's just amazing that it didn't get noticed. I mean, it got noticed. But when it was left up to two judges, one didn't know RC cars and the other one pretends they know RC cars. Fight me on that. I don't care. No names will be mentioned now, right, Phoenix? So there you go, Ponce. There is my flinging haggis. I had scaled wood thanks to Orange Taco's daughter, Riley. I made this. I looked up medieval stoves, ovens, what they look like. There's the menu. There's a ladder, tapestries, spikes. The trebuchet is on the other side. Not trebuchet. Yeah, and or it's something else. It's why is it escaping? I'm a history teacher. I should know this. We put this old T-shirt and ran it to the ringer and put a Scottish flag on there. We got Willie from The Simpsons as our driver, our food truck provider. You see the wind's blowing. This menu thing right there is blowing in the wind. I was really proud of this. It's so weird, and it's 8x8. uh, I put Proline carbine the dualies all the way around it, and it actually did really well. Like I said, it moved like butter. It moved like butter. Let's see what we got there. Oh, man, you guys are talking. Look at you guys talking. Let's see. Choose weight flinging hangers. There we go. That combo's crazy. I want to try this new 10 pole stubby at 200. Oh, 10 pole. That'd be interesting. I have one. It's a six shooter from Holmes Hobbies, and it was a one off deal. And he didn't really like it. And I'm like, this thing's great. I have that in my original Phoenix, and it is amazing. I like it a lot. Um, I don't know why you didn't like it. Forgot how to internet. Yeah, I forget a lot. Hello, RC community. Hello, electric RC. Don't have me say that 5 times quick. Yeah, it is awesome. So right now I could take this whole thing off. It was just held on by four hidden body posts underneath that went into rod ends that I attached to the chassis very easy. And now I have it, and I'm going to make a uh, Land Rover, old school Land Rover out of it. It's leaf spring, all this stuff. Leaf springs are medieval. That was the joke. I was robbed at Proline by Fire. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, gotta let it go. And it would have been nice. I think was that when Proline? No, it was the next year. that they got rid of second and third place, or maybe it was that year. I can't remember. Um, and they haven't done that. I mean, there's a lot of people that go to the Pro Line by the Fire, and some people from outside the country, and it's like, come on, give us a bone, give us second and third place. Come on. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And you know what? Though it wasn't picked, I know how many people were just looking at it themselves. The crowd who was like, "Whoa," and that's enough for me. I don't need a little recognition from a certain someone that shall not be named. But and even RC Patina guy got robbed too. I would say, and then I think there was another one that if I was a judge, I would probably look at. Some I thought, okay, that's cute, all right, but there was about especially RC, but how much effort he made, like three different builds, and that took some time. I wonder if you actually fried haggis, would it taste better? That's a good question. And put it on bread. I don't know because you boil haggis. I didn't realize this. Mrs. Moosejaw made a correction on my oven because I had it like cooking in an oven, but it's actually in a pot and you boil it. Who knew? I didn't know. She knew. Performance mods. My dad is Scottish, and he made me eat. He made me eat it, but he wouldn't. That's not right. You left it. You left it too, didn't you? You left it too, didn't you? I can't remember. Um, you were Rob. Leafed. Yeah, it's leafed. Leaf Springs. This is RC four-wheel drive leaf spring conversion kit for the SCX10 2. And it was sitting at the RC Country for the longest time when I worked there. And I finally got it at the end, and my manager just say, $20. I'm like, cool. I took it. If anybody is Viterra has a Viterra truck, I wonder if they still have, and I don't know how many years was how long, 2020, so pandemic, dark ages. So I wonder, like 4 years, no, maybe a little bit before that. It's probably 5 years now. I wonder if they still have the Vanquish products axle housings for the Fronteras. They were sitting there in the upper left corner forever. And I know even for 2 years, 3 years before I finally moved, they were still sitting there. Eric, do some reconnaissance. Let me know. Scottish blood sausage fried up, not bad. If you eat, hey, we're doing recipes now. Yeah, before you know what you just I even did rock a kilt. I did rock a kilt that day. Oh, I was into it. I was into it. But alas, so if you use perm vinyl for a decal livery on the outside of your hard body, should you seal it with clear coat or is it fine as is? Well, that's a good question. So use a permanent. I don't. I leave it as is. I don't. You're gonna get road rash, but that's the beauty of vinyl. You just peel it off and put another one. Um, I think back to my Instagram and when the optic came out. There you go. Yeah. So that's all vinyl. Different vinyls that I cut up and so forth and put on. And I still have those panels. Um, I don't have to protect them or anything like that. I think good quality vinyl prints like Freaky Skins or what's his name? Pavillon in Belgium. And who else is making them? Or even, well, Freaky Skins makes the Vanquish ones too. Um, they're a little bit more durable, a little thicker, and maybe some kind of overcoat on them. But for me, I didn't do that. I probably could. I could put another clear coat over all that vinyl and sandwich it, as I call it. But no, it worked just fine. I liked it. I liked that livery too. That was pretty cool. Good question, though. Thank you for the good question. Um, I live in Wales. Hello, my brother from another. I'm partial Welsh. I have never tried haggis. Then don't. Meat pies. You got meat pies there and bangers and mash, fish and chips. in that area. All right. I don't know. Is there a Welsh cuisine? Nice flag there. See, now there's my next paint scheme. I think that's gonna be my next paint scheme. Not sure if I ever wanted to. Scotch eggs. Oof. Phoenix. I don't want to ask. I don't want to. I don't want to know. Is that like mountain oysters or whatever we have here? I'll eat Scotch eggs all day. Those are good. So good. Leave it. Most vinyl does not react well to being covered in clear coat. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Thank you. That's good, helpful news. I really like that look when you did it. Yeah, I still have it. And those wheels and everything. But right now, I'm really happy the way it looks now. The way it looks now, if I probably exit out here, like I said, it started this way, then it started that way, and then I had the Miller livery. Did I have the Miller livery? There you go. Then I started there. I've changed this look way too many times, and now it is with the Pavillon custom decals. Here's Cliff McCraw. He had his done. That was a nice day. Where is it? Obviously, I was waiting for it to be shipped, and it finally arrived at this point. And that's what it looks like now. Those were custom made by a gentleman named, I forget his first name, but Pavillon. He's on Facebook only. I message him and say, hey, not sure if you're busy, but I'd like to do this. And I gave him an image, and he goes, 5 minutes later, he gave me a sample. How's this? I'm like, damn, all right. And we went back and forth. We got this. He went through it within 1 hour, and he did each panel one by one. I just shared with me on Instagram, not Instagram, but Facebook message, and I PayPal'd them, and they were shipped out. I had to wait for it to come from Europe, but it did arrive. It did arrive. If you want to protect a bit, but put clear vinyl PPF over the top of the whole panel if the panel is mostly flat. Yeah, it's got so stay away from sandwiches and little things, air pockets, I guess you would say. All right. Good night, Phoenix. It's bedtime for Phoenix. See you in the morning. That optic is amazing. I love it. It is. It's fanboy vanquish, that's for sure. But I'm gonna print out a. Well, I'm gonna go My Trick RC. In fact, let's go look that up for you guys. Let's go My Trick RC and see the optic kit there. My Trick RC. All right. Oh shoot! I just spilled my key. Not too much. We'll take care of that. My Trick RC, and we go to the optic. Da da da. RC truck, and where are you? Optic. So you got this light kit. You can just get everything but the whip there, the lighted whip, but you could get headlights, uh, rock lights, and I believe a rear King of the Hammer style lights. And you can opt to get a color whip, and I'm going to do this. All right. So one optic whip um, includes regulator, and I think this is another thing I'd like to add to it. Optic without the trick whip, red, blue. What color whip should we get? I don't know. Pink seems different. And then it goes up in price, but pre-order. So it's still on pre-order, and I don't think I've seen anybody with them yet either. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you saw anybody with this yet. Pretty simple. Um, have instructions here. Zip tie, really. All right, but the panel will hide it. And then mount your whippet too, which is cool. Whip it good. All right, some wires there, but you can make that look. Rock lights that attach. And then again, rock lights in front. And then I believe they have a 3D printed part, yeah, for the headlights, which would be nice right now. I would like to get that right now. and then use that other battery tray to hold all your RC, your light controller stuff. Have to work on cleaning that wire up. I'm not really good at that, but there you go. And I forget how much it costs. It should be here listed somewhere, like 100 something bucks. Yeah, 120 bucks. It might be more with the whip it. Let's see if I say without. Oh, so 80 bucks without the whip. All right. So there you go. Not that bad. Not bad for all that stuff and already made and just put it. I did buy. I did get one at Axial Fest for my CJ7 here, and I installed it right there at the campsite and went pretty well. I still have to hook up the oh, whatever the pod lights on the side there, but let me see here. It's good quality. Uh, the wire's not thin. Oops, wrong truck. Let me get the right truck. Hold on a second. They're so heavy. All right. So this was like 100 and something bucks. Can't remember the something, but it came with. Oops, let's light it up. Came with a light bar. Came with side pods and came with rock lights, and that's it. And controllers there. Um, I don't know if I have it hooked up to the controller or I just turn them on, which I mostly do. And like I said, I just gotta wire these suckers still, but they look cool, 3D printed, pretty nice, and especially the rock lights. And at Proline by the Fire, probably the best crawl I went on was a night one with Mister James Knight and a bunch of other people that I didn't realize I was crawling with. There's Ampro Engineering, Ampro Engineering, Tyler, Salinas crawler guy. Gosh, sorry, I made a mess here. Make sure I could clean it up. Nope. Let me get a towel. I got paper towel. Yes. Get out of the garbage. I spilled my tea. Idiot. And the night crawl was so much fun. The Reckless Crew Trail at Proline by the Fire, which is, oh, if you're looking at the mountains, it's to the left. That trail was the best. It was fun. It was doable, but it was pretty interesting and it had a good crowd. Man, I made a mess. I got a new mouse pad that is now all soaked. So let's get that. There we go. Sorry about that. Just cleaning up a little bit. So it was fun. It was a good time. Does Welsh cakes count? Sure, we'll count them. We'll count anything. um, looks like a moose riding space mountain, pretty much. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Um, my dad is Welsh, and my dad is Welsh, and my mom is Portuguese. I eat more Portuguese food than Welsh. I bet, and I don't blame you. We had a nice day at the rock at Moon Rocks, Nevada, with that version of your optic. Yeah, it did well. I liked it a lot. I live here. I don't eat much Welsh food. Is there? I mean, is there a Welsh cookbook? This is good. I can't wait to get electronics and take it on the rocks. I got Battleborn livery. Oh, I like that, Ryan. I'm from Carson City, Nevada. We're Battleborn here in Nevada. I could bore you with U.S. history stuff, but I won't do that now. I'm off the clock. Do people still care about price? I've seen people spend 800 pounds, I believe that, on a 150 truck. You know what? Well, see, you're getting the teacher out of me. This is I teach economics here, and there's that Maslow's wants and needs. He talks about needs, but we have our wants, and we make trade-offs, don't we? Do I really need food or do I need an optic H10? So, I think you're on a good point. People complain about price. There's no doubt about that, and rightfully so most of the time. But especially nowadays, right? But at the same time, with RC, um, and I can say, looking at from an economic person's point of view, I don't see really any company trying to take advantage of what they produce from their consumers. I don't know about RC full drive mystery boxes, but there's always that, you know, producers price point and consumers price point, and trying to find that it moves around, but trying to find that what's called the equilibrium price where both sides are happy. And I think RC companies do that. I don't think, you know, obviously they're there to make a profit. They wouldn't be doing this if they weren't. But yeah, we'll spend money. All right, we're still spending money. All right, let's stop with my economics teacher hat. And let's get back to RC because I could go all day. We're a social science teacher. We just talk. Ah, let's see where else. Is the bird a sticker or painted? The bird or the moose? Let's see what you guys are talking about. I can't. I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know. Hold on. Oh, the bird on that. Ah, on the CJ7. That's a sticker that came from Axial. They had the Laredo, the Jamboree, the Golden Eagle, and the Renegade liveries stickers when you bought the body. That body is expensive. I think the Lexan alone, which is ridiculous, is like 85 bucks. And it's not a lot of plastic, but it does come with all those different sticker liveries, and they're licensed, so you have to pay probably for each licensed sticker. Plus, probably the shape of the body too, and that's probably why that body costs more than it probably should be. But it is what it is, right? Um, let's see. Uh, he still kind of is the looks nice, is nice. That was a great trail. It was a great trail, and great guys too. They were really pushing for trail of the of the weekend. You can go for many days with much food as long as you have water. RC cars are importanter. Yeah, or drink some iced tea, some green tea. Um, you guys are lively today. Thank you. We're running long, and I don't care. Hey Joe, did you end up using your bronze Battleborn wheels, tutus? If not, would you consider selling them? Ooh, Eric. Oh, do you still have those clear ones? We could trade. I don't know because I do like them on the oh gosh, the low C hammer ray. I don't know. We need Josh to open up a machine and get back to making some 2.2s. Man, without yeah, the Jeep. Yeah, yeah, the Jeep. Um, I don't know. I keep thinking about the clear ones, and like I said, I want to put some 2.2s on hers. I just don't know yet. Bought the CJ7 just for the body. The rest will be salmon fishing down the river later. Wow. Okay. Oh man, Eric. I don't know. Like I said, I like them, and I want to replace them with clear wheels. But the bronze do look good on that body too, and that paint scheme. I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know. Don't tempt me. Anyways. What else I got here to talk about? We got Vanquish Axles. I'll be in Sacramento this weekend, and I guess next weekend too. When is the 4th? Is that 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now? Let me see here. Oh, I can't get a calendar up here. See, I don't know how to internet. That's why I like the look of the laser nut, but everyone is saying it sucks. Um, I sold those at RC Country, and I don't know if it's like people who do scale and then all of a sudden they want to buy something fast and they expect something fast will be as durable as their crawler, right? Um, Meanwhile, people who come into the hobby store and buy a basher know it's gonna break because that's almost kind of like what they're trying to do. Bash the hell of it till it breaks. So I don't know. There's some aftermarket parts out there. They're overseas. Viditon and some other one, and there's even on Amazon some other even cheaper one, but it's still aluminum. But I did see one of those aluminum housings, and it was the Viditon, if I can pronouncing that right, track snapped in half. How do you snap in half a CC and CNC machine aluminum housing? And maybe because it's not vanquish, I don't know. Or maybe the quality of the aluminum they use. But still, I don't know. I think there's plenty of aftermarket there to bulletproof the steering. Definitely, I would anything steering wise, I would definitely bulk that up on a good servo too as well, and a servo horn, servo saver. Reefs makes a good one, and other companies make a good one. Um, and anything with like that, you're gonna have to fix up to bulletproof it, but you're only gonna bulletproof it to the way you know how you drive. If you know you're reckless, you're gonna just bulletproof the heck of it. If you know you're gonna be a little careful, maybe halfway, right? So you kind of think about what you want and or you just wait. Like some people, they wait till it breaks and then you replace it, that kind of thing. You know, but I don't remember too many of them coming in the hobby store to be fixed. Um, the X Max steering mechanism, which was a bitch to to get it to work. Uh, that's one I hate. Everything else is top notch. I mean, if you crack a X Max chassis, you're insane driver. But their steering mechanisms and so forth that took some abuse. And I always say if there is, I can't remember if there was after. I'm pretty sure there's aftermarket parts for that, but stock is. I mean, they're gonna bash it until it breaks. And so that's the thing. That's just my opinion on it. Um, so I wouldn't say it sucks there, sir. It's just how you drive. All right. I love my Hammer A. It's fun. And I tame it down. I only go now 2S LiPo battery because that thing could take four and that would just be a squirrel on cocaine all over the place. It's just it's not fun. But now that with two cell and full power, I could race it, and that's what I wanted. That's why I'm hoping to go to Auburn one day and do some of their off road racing that they offer there with that class. Um, let's see. The low C laser nut looks great, uh, but be ready to replace a lot of parts. Yeah, and again, how you drive. That is the result of my combo of hold my beer and just send it. Absolutely. And that's what that's what Losi and Traxxas should just put uh on their trucks. Hold my beer. I'm gonna break this real quick. I'm gonna just send it. My best friend had one. It pretty much replaced the entire drivetrain, and it still broke. Oof, man, that sucks. Everything breaks when you take it to a concrete skate park with downslopes to land on. This is true. Oh man, I've hit my share of walls or even curbs and stuck it into the curb. I bet my first chassis on my 2.5R Nitro Revo back in the day. Oof. Yes, it is a squirrel on crack. Yeah. I haven't bent. Then again, I don't do too much fat. I mean, I did the drag racing. Luckily, I didn't break it. I didn't bend that, and it probably would have been because it was carbon fiber. So still have it. X Max is too big for me. It needs to come with a trailer because they ain't carrying that when it breaks. Well, it was funny when people come in the store and they have a dog leash, a heavy duty, like paracord dog leash to pull their X-Max into the store, or maybe lunge it around the shoulder and carry it in like that. But yeah, they're huge. They're huge. Hidden cinder blocks in a field are fun to find. Hey, you need a cinder block? I'll find you one. That's excellent. That's excellent. All right, folks. Well, I want to say it's been a wonderful evening, and I will. It's been a great evening. The new people here and interacting. I think Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. Tell your friends. I think this is gonna be fun. We'll see you next weekend, and give me. If you watch this video later or even right now, what more do you want to see from the Moosejaw RC Hour? I usually, like when I started, and I didn't get to it today, but I kind of look at other people's Instagram builds and see what the best was. I'm surprised and glad at the same time. Nobody's ever asked me to judge concourses, but I do like looking at some of these and share some of these builds with you that I find on the Instagram. But yeah, just let me know in the comments. And again, um, thank you for just being here and having fun tonight. I hope you're tinkering on your RC cars and building whatever you want. If it's going to be the Helamon, is it going to be the H10 Optic? Is it going to be the anything? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Eric. Should I pull the trigger and get an HT, get the Origin? Do I get two? Anyways, folks, thanks for joining this RC Hour. Hit that like, subscribe, notification, cheeseburgers and fries, and we'll see you when we see you.